Well, I recently got our taxes done, and it's time to reveal how much money we made on YouTube in 2023.
Show me the money.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Carnivore Quest. Larry here. Just over a year ago, I put out our video educating the idiot that pissed me off.
Today is an educational video. I'll give you a behind the scenes look at what it takes to run a YouTube channel, how much money we make, and how much effort we put into it. You didn't say much about.
I know, and it was fine.
Okay.
And that video almost has 30,000 views now. Seemed like people enjoy it, so I figured I'd do one for the next year. And that video had a lot of people stop by who weren't interested in the carnivore diets. They had looked up how much money do you make on YouTube. And through our analytics, we had about 7,000 people stop by to check that video out. And if you're watching right now and you're one of those people that, aren't interested in the carnivore diet and you're just stopping by to see how much a small channel on YouTube makes, I welcome you, but don't subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next year when you stop by for our 2024 update. So here's a clip from that video a year ago to give you an idea of how much money we were pulling in at the time.
First, let's jump into our YouTube analytics, and I'm going to take you through a few videos here that you guys are probably familiar with. The first one being Cassie's Christmas dinner recipe video. We published this on December 14th, and as of January 10th, it's gotten 6.9 thousand views and gained us 58 subscribers, and so far today it's made $67.82, and that's before taxes. It took us 25 hours to produce, and that comes to a whopping $2.71 an hour. Another example is our top 10 carnivore diet YouTube channels. This is one of my favorite videos that I've made. We published this on October 22nd. As you can see, it got 27,800 views, 592 subs, and to date we've made $322.52. This video took 45 hours to edit and produce, which comes to $7.16 an hour. A little bit better. In the last video, we'll take a look at our video analytics is our most profitable video to date, and that's how I lost 50 pounds in 60 days. We published this on July 3rd, 2022, and to date we've gotten 57,900 views and 1,500 subs. That's awesome. And we've made $408.02. This video only took me 12 hours to produce, so I made $34 an hour. Not bad. But our average revenue generated for all our videos is about $35 to $40 a video. And our monthly average revenue since being monetized May of last year is $821 a month.
So our average revenue at that time on YouTube was $820 a month. Nice little chunk of change, but put a lot of hours in, 40 to 60 hours a week. Since then, our channel has doubled in size in every metric, basically across the board. So after I reveal how much we made in 2023, I'm gonna give you guys a few little channel updates, like our updated 60-day weight loss challenge results. We've definitely had a lot of people trickle in late, so that number has increased. I'll be giving that to you and let you know how Cassie's doing. She's rocking it. For those of you just stopping by for the YouTube analytics, see how much a small YouTube channel makes. If you stick around to the end or even skip to the end, I'll have a few tips for you that I think might help you out on YouTube just from my experience. So for the most part, our individual videos are making what they did a year ago. We average anywhere from $35 to $65 a video. Now you are gonna have some videos that do better than others. Cassie and I call this a home run. When YouTube pushes it out to more people and it obviously gets more views, you make more ad revenue from Google AdSense. We've had videos that made $150, $200, but the average is, anywhere from $35, $40 to $60 overall. One thing that I really improved on this year was my time management. A year ago, I was pulling all-nighters to get edits done, and it just wasn't working out. It wasn't good for my health. My sleep schedule was all over the place. So I'm really becoming much better at managing my time. I'm usually done by 9 o'clock working. Now, if we're having a weight loss challenge or something where Cassie and I have to weigh in and we got to do the results video the next day for you guys to participate, I might, stay up till 2, 3 o'clock, get it done. But I don't do that nearly as much as I used to. and it's been very cool. You know, Cassie and I just document our journey as we go along. Of course, we come up with video ideas, we plan ahead, but a lot of times our content is on the fly, you know, because we're documenting in real time our carnivore diet journey. And sometimes you just don't know how a video is going to do, like the video I did about my tinnitus. I sat down, I recorded that video, I had it edited and done, uploaded to YouTube and scheduled in about 3.5, 4 hours. And it did really well. It's got almost 82,000 views. We've gotten almost 500 subscribers off it, and we made around $350. That's what Cassie and I would call a home run.
Down the left field line, is it enough? Gone!
It didn't take a whole lot of time to produce, and you know, it did really well as far as YouTube getting it out for people to see. Now contrast that with our most recent Carnivore Diet Top 10 Countdown, which is really unique in our space. There's no other channel that has videos like this.
Wrong.
Welcome back to Carnivore Quest. Today, we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 carnivore diet options while you're away from your kitchen.
Yeah.
For this list, we considered refrigeration, prep time, and of course, taste. So grab your car keys and let's hit the road. Number 10, canned meat. While Cassie definitely isn't a fan of our number 10 pick, I always have some on hand while we travel.
It took me about 30 hours to produce that video, including gathering the footage and of course all the editing. It's got 4,200 views, it got us 14 subscribers, and we made about 28 bucks on that video, which is cool because you know, still 4,200 people got to enjoy that video, and I really enjoyed making it for you guys. Earlier in 2023, I released our top 10 foods for Dr. Berry's BBBE challenge. This sucker took almost 40 hours to produce.
Number 7, lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. Then Mary found the proper human diet, and she ate him. Depending on where you live, lamb might be the least available item on our count.
So, you know, on the day of release, you're like, oh man, how's it gonna do? And thankfully, it did awesome. It's got 87,000 views, almost 1,000 subscribers off that video, and it's made almost $600. That's what Cassie and I would call a grand slam. A piece of content you've put a ton of time into, and the stars align and YouTube pushes it out. You know, that's when it's most gratifying. Before I share our total YouTube income with you guys for the year 2023, I want to touch on our most profitable video. In last year's income video, I touched on this video also. Check it out. You guys all remember Cassie's famous chuck roast video. We shot that video 3 different times, 3 different days, because she kept messing up. We both did. But that recipe is so delicious and so easy. We really wanted to make it a good video for everybody. But after all was said and done, we ended up losing money on producing that video. Cassie's delicious chuck roast recipe video. You know, we did lose money when we first produced that video, and it slowly crept up to 80,000 views, and then it took off. And since it was published, it's made about $2,300. And in 2023, it earned $1,369. And that's the way it can go. You know, you can have an old piece of content that starts taking off, and you know, in the long run, it can do really well. The chuck roast video just recently hit 500,000 views. It's our most watched video ever. And when it did, Cassie came up to me and she just gave me a hug, and she was like, oh, and her reaction to that had nothing to do with like getting YouTube famous. It was the fact that she was able to bring a little piece of joy into 500,000 people's lives with that recipe. And she was just beside herself at that fact. It was pretty mind-blowing. All right, let's get to our final YouTube numbers for 2023. As y'all can see here, we had 2.3 million views. We gained almost 20,000 subscribers, basically doubling our subscriber count. And YouTube paid us $17,501 And that total is about double from what we made last year. So like I said earlier in the video, pretty much across the board in every metric, our channel has doubled in size, and we couldn't be more happy about that. Now remember, this income is before taxes. So yeah, just got our taxes done, and I've relieved that's over with, trust me. We also had our Buy Me a Coffee income, which is around $2,500. Our Buy Me a Coffee link is always in our description. Those $5 donations definitely add up, and all those funds go directly back into the channel for software. I just got new editing software. It was around $400. Different subscriptions I have for making thumbnails, or like to getting access to cool copyright-free music. All of our viewer support through Buy Me a Coffee goes right back into the channel for stuff like that. And this year we also had merchandise, which we really enjoyed. Our revenue for our merchandise was about $550 for the entire year of 2023. So add all that up and it's roughly about $20,000 pre-tax. I broke down the $17,500 we made from YouTube into an hourly rate, you know, going off a 40-hour work week, and it comes to $8.20 an hour. So, you know, you definitely have to enjoy making content to sustain this. You guys know I do gig work on the side. I deliver food. Cassie just recently started a job not in the food industry. She's in retail now, and she's digging that. But we still enjoy making content, and really that's why we're doing it, because we're not making a fortune. You know, the first year and a half, we didn't make a dime. And I'm sure many of you have seen over the last year, there was an influx, a ton of carnivore diet channels starting. And if you go back and look, a lot of them have given up. I would say the majority of them, because you're putting out videos and it takes a while to get traction, you know, and people get frustrated and, you know, they give up. And that's why you got to love doing it. Anyway, I got a few channel updates for you guys. Yeah, our 60-day holiday weight loss challenge, we had lost somewhere around 2,600 pounds. I didn't look up the numbers before I sat down to record this video. But currently, we lost around 3,400 pounds with all the late entrants. Can you dig it? So congratulations, everybody who participated, you know, in January and February in our 60-day BBBE 10,000 pound weight loss challenge. We didn't come anywhere near our goal, but still, that's a lot of weight to lose. That's heavier than our car. So congratulations, everybody. Also, Cassie has a video coming out 9 a.m. Saturday morning. You guys, she finally did it. She gave up the coffee, cream, and cheese for 30 days. Her results are amazing. You guys be looking out for that one. And for those of you just watching for the YouTube analytics, I'm really glad you guys stopped by. And I do have a few tips for you just from my experience about, you know, running a YouTube channel. First of all, you gotta love it. You have to enjoy doing it. If you're doing it just for money or fame, 99.9% of the time it's not gonna work. You're gonna get burned out. You gotta love doing it because it takes a lot of time, a lot of unrewarded time in the beginning. Another tip I got for you guys is a thumbnail, title, and, you know, the quality of actually what's in your video. They're all three important. I do feel the thumbnail is probably slightly the most important because that's somebody's entry into clicking on your video. But, you know, you got to have a good title to draw their attention, and you have to have a good video to hold their attention. But definitely thumbnails, learn how to make good ones. As you can see here, here's one of our old thumbnails, and here's one of our newer ones. You can tell a big difference, right? And that's just from learning, you know, and it takes time. You know, I was in the casino business since I was 21, you know, for almost 20 years. Then I came down south and I got into manufacturing. So I knew nothing about YouTube, and it was all through trial and error. And the last piece of advice I got for y'all doing YouTube is the same thing I tell folks doing the carnivore diet. Don't give up. Perseverance is the key. You know, be yourself and just keep pushing forward. Definitely. Cassie and I love being transparent with you guys like this. You know, sometimes we'll refer to the channel as the people's channel because you guys have been there every step of the way. And we feel like, you know, everybody in our community, you know, this is our home. And for those of you here just for the YouTube analytics, we'll see you next year around this same time. Remember, gang, no sugar, no carbs, and no cheating. Later.